Hi everyone, very excited for this. There is a new event happening at the Red River Zoo just in time for the holidays. Executive Director Sally Jacobson joins us today. And no, this isn't Sally. That's a little friend that we brought.
Yes.
Who is that?
This is Joe, and Joe is our domesticated European ferret. So these are the kind of ferrets that you see at pet stores and stuff, and you think, oh, well, why is she bringing that kind of ferret? Boring. Well, no, not exactly. She's fabulous because we use her when we go to outreach, and we can talk about our black-footed ferrets, which is one of the most endangered mammals that we have actually at the zoo. And this little lady, quick story, in 2020, they figured out how to clone ferrets, and so black-footed ferrets. And so she was the mother that held the cloned ferrets, the first cloned ferrets. So
that is so, and when did that happen? You said 2020?
Yep, 2020. So it's a new tool that we have in our arsenal for conservation to prevent animals from going extinct. So she's got a great story.
She does have a great story. She's helping out, making sure these animals stay around, and she is so soft. You even mentioned that today, how soft she is.
Yeah, she's got her winter fur, and of course when you come to the zoo for holiday nights, all of the animals are really fabulous right now because they have their winter coats in, so they're absolutely gorgeous. And we specialize in cold adapted species, so our animals are really active right now.
Wow, that's amazing. So what else can people expect when they go to that the holiday event at the zoo?
It is so charming. So it's from 5:30 to 8:30, and our staff has put little lights throughout the zoo. We have campfires and marshmallow roasting, and now that we have snow, you can actually go sledding down our otter hill. And woof, Dot, she's gonna.
She was not
You're
a
gonna
fan
be
of
naughty
that.
this morning.
Yeah, she was not a fan of that, but anyway.
And of course our zookeepers will be there, and we'll be bringing out some of our animals for everybody to see, and it's just a really charming way for people to spend time together out at the zoo and see it in a new way, see it at night.
Yeah, that is so amazing. And so there's is an ice skating rink going up there as well? Is that going to be around?
We got the sledding this year.
The sledding this year.
Yeah, we're doing the sledding this year out right on the hill right by our otters. You can sled down and then make your way over and get some s'mores. We have these gigantic marshmallows. I swear they're the size of a waterbed. And it's
I'm going to start using that for measurement guesses from now on. How big is it? The size of a waterbed.
But it's really charming.
No, that sounds like it is so much fun. And so what are some of the other animals that people will be able to see out there if they go to the zoo?
So all of our animals will be out. It is a little bit harder to see them at night. So we do have discounted on admission, so it's only $4 and $6.
Oh, that's super cheap.
Which is super cheap.
Yeah.
But yes, we'll be bringing out some of our raptors out along the pathway so people can see some of the animals that are maybe behind the scenes. Of course, our camels will be out. Our pandas are out. Wolves are really fun at night to see running past the cabin. And then we'll have inside of all the warm buildings, we have some of our docents out bringing out some of the little education animals like this girl.
That is super amazing. Also, this is random. A lot of people probably don't think of this, but camels are actually kind of a Christmassy animal.
Yes, and a lot of people wonder, if you're a cold adapted zoo, why do you have camels? But our camels are back-drained camels, so they're from Mongolia, so they can tolerate a huge difference of temperature. So actually this time of year, they're absolutely gorgeous. They have such thick fur, they're beautiful.
No, that is amazing. There's actually a random story about camels. George Washington for Christmas one year brought camels out to Mount Vernon for his guests to see. As he was hanging out there because he just thought it would be a fun thing to do. So yeah, they can take the cold, and I pet one once, and at the zoo you can see them there, and they're great. They're fun little things to see. Well, not little, they're big.
We do camel feedings as well, so people can come up and visit with our zookeepers and feed the camels a little treat. So
that is awesome.
Always something new,
And
right?
I know that you were on earlier talking about how you're working on getting buffalo, some bison. How's that going?
So the bison are in. The public can't quite see them yet, although you can see them when you're driving by.
Yep.
So the bison are in. They're doing really good. They're getting used to their new surroundings. And so next spring, summer, we'll be opening the viewing area, bringing in some new animals, new home for the black-footed ferrets and prairie dogs. It's going to be really spectacular.
That sounds like one heck of a time, and I absolutely love everything about the zoo and can only imagine how magical it is with lights and campfires and marshmallows and all the things. I mean, what more would kids want than lights, animals, and a good time with the family?
I know, right?
I mean, come on.
Plus, it really does help support the zoo. We're a nonprofit, so all those donations and earned revenue help sustain us throughout the winter, which is a really expensive time, if you can imagine, with food and heat and things like that. So it's lovely. It's a win-win. We get to give people a wonderful day together, a wonderful evening together, but yet it helps sustain the zoo through the winter.
All right, awesome. Well, Sally, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and thanks, Joe, for coming on and all that you've done here. Coming up here on today's show, winter has arrived. We've talked about it, and if you're looking for a new hat, our next guests have a great option for you. Stick around.